Hello everyone, how are you? It's me, your girl B. If you don't know me, my name is Brittany Nicole McQuiller. You can call me B though, if you're just meeting me. Thanks very much. Just kidding, not really. So I just want to pop in and let everyone know how my month in red went. If you don't know, I am doing an experiment with color theory, color therapy, chromotherapy, however you want to put it, say it, whatever. Like, I've been obsessed with colors ever since I was a child. I used to love coloring, painting. I still do. Like, when I was a kid, we took a family trip to Disney World, and I remember going to see the cartoonist, the cartoonist. I'm looking at y'all. I'm gonna be going back and forth because I don't have my microphone in and recording on my iPad and my thing. Anyway, y'all don't care. Just know that I'm not gonna be looking at y'all because I'm gonna be looking at me. Okay. Yeah, we went to go see the cartoonist, and I just remember thinking, like, how dope! You can get paid to color? What? I need to do this. This is what I want to do. I am not a cartoonist. I still use colors quite often. I'm a feng shui artist. I definitely believe that colors can affect our mood. I know there are people in this world who are colorblind. I am so sorry for that. My heart goes out to you, but I'm not talking about y'all right now. I had a conversation with someone recently. I was explaining to them my whole experiment, and they were telling me that, well, I can't really see colors, so what you got to say about that? And I was like, I ain't got nothing to say. Actually, that's just out of my scope. Right now, that's not where I'm at. I'm just gonna be real. But the people who can see colors, I am fully aware, and I strongly believe that colors will affect our mood because they vibrate and we react to them. Vibrations are a result of the molecular structure that creates color. Everything is made up of matter. Atom, compound, come together and make physical things. Tables, chairs, floor, wood, iron. Everything vibrates at a certain frequency. Colors do the same thing. Some things will vibrate at a higher frequency than others. Y'all know that. Well, some of us do. Now you do, because I'm telling you. And that's why you feel differently when someone is approaching you wearing black. They're dressed in all black. Black suit on. You're not even going to think anything of it. Now, if they walk up to you in a red suit, you're going to be like, where are you finna go? You have questions. I would have questions. And then you also have a response within yourself. Either you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, because that red vibration is triggering something in you. Whatever that red does to you, you can feel it. And your response is to feed into it, to love it, to lean into it, or to retreat because it's too much. Woo, honey, this is too much. I can't. When you think about that, it's like, what does that say about you? Why don't you like that color red? What is it doing to you? Why is it doing that to you? Why can't you take it? These are the questions that I begin to ask myself. Instead of letting my wheels spin, I decided to do an experiment. I'm choosing to immerse myself in a color. If you're familiar with the colors of the rainbow, or the colors of the chakra system, I'm going through each of those colors, and I started with the color red. I was in the color red for a full month. At first, I was going to only do it for a week, but then I was like, what is a week gonna do? What's gonna happen in a week? How am I gonna feel in a week? That week is gonna go by like this. Every day I wore the color red, whether it was from head to toe, or I just wore, a little red lip, or red socks or something like that, red underwear. I was intentional about choosing what I was wearing, and it had to include red, and it had to be not necessarily prominent, because I wanted to do it for me. It wasn't for everyone else. I wanted to see how my choice in this color, what did it do for me? How did it make me feel? So not only was I just wearing the color red, I was do light therapy, color breathing, root chakra meditation, like a root chakra yoga every day. I do yoga every day. I practice yoga daily anyway, but I wanted to get a little more specific since I know yoga is a Hindu practice. I wanted to be more specific and do only yogas that were geared specifically to the root chakra, which is also associated with the color red. So I really got into researching the symbolism behind red and how it just relates to not just my culture, but other cultures, because I'm just a very curious person. And I also wanted to see if anything happened. Like, was it gonna like heal me? So it knows I need to be healed, because you know, life will get you. It's gotten me a couple times. I know I ain't alone. Don't act like that. I'm going to kind of walk through each thing that I did, how it affected me, or just my personal experience with it all. I'm no longer in red. If y'all are curious, this is orange. We will talk about that another day. So let's talk about the light therapy. So, you know, I had heard about light therapy. It's not really new. A lot of commercial gyms use it now for like muscle repairing, and a lot of spas use it for skin rejuvenation and things like that. When I finally got my light, the first light that I ordered, it came in and it was broken 2 weeks into the month when I received my other light. So I was using it like every other day for 30 minutes. Like 15 on the front, and then I turn around, 15 on the back. What I noticed was after I used it, I did feel pretty like mellow. Like I wasn't sad or anything like that. I was just real relaxed. So, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. The color breathing, I was pretty skeptical about, because I was like, how do you do that? Actually, kind of work. How color breathing works is you stare at a color. I would only do it for maybe like 15 minutes tops, 10 to 15 minutes. So you stared at a color and just looked at it, and it's supposed to change your mood. Now, like I said, I was really skeptical at first, and at first I wasn't even gonna do it until the night before starting my 30 days. I met someone who was a birthing doula, and I was explaining to her what I was about to do, and she told me that they use color breathing during birth for the mothers. She said it worked. And I was like, for real? So I gave it a go. So what I did was I have these boards. Like I'm always crafting and doing something. So I have these poster boards, and I cut it in half, kind of raggedy looking like. But I painted one like a bright red, and then I painted another one like, oh, you can't really tell here, but it's like more of a muted red. Can you tell? I don't know. There you go. Now you can tell. So when I would stare at this one, I would get a lot of energy. Like when I would feel really like lethargic during the day when I didn't need to because I had shit to do, I would stare at the bright one for about 15, like I said, 10 to 15 minutes. It actually gave me a little boost of energy. I guess I can get up. And I did, and I got my stuff done. So the darker one gave me the same feeling that I got after I would do the red light therapy. Make sure that I kind of did that like before I would go to bed, not the first thing in the morning when I need to be up and at them. Oh, another thing I did, I didn't talk about this earlier, but another thing I did was I ate red food. I know it's so extreme. It wasn't as hard as you think. When I would go to the grocery store, I would look kind of crazy. You know, I looked a little touched. I mean, I would eat apples, red potatoes, red cabbage. I made sure I got me some red kidney beans. So I made chili. I made red beans and rice. I found some red gummy bears. Hot sauce came in handy a lot if I was out. Just very intentional about choosing, what I was eating. It just really wasn't that difficult. I'll just say that. It was not that hard at all to eat red foods because there's so many. There's so many. Sounds extreme, but it really wasn't that deep. There is such a plethora of red foods available to us just at the grocery store. You'd be surprised. So red onions, red peppers, red grapes, red, you got strawberry, all types of fruit. Now, let's talk about clothes. I love the color red. I'm like in love with it now because I spend so much time in it. Like I could do it again. I could wear red again for a whole nother month and be fine. Now, I'm not really interested in the whole suit. Actually, give me a red suit. Y'all gonna be like, here her ass come in this damn red suit. Yup. Okay, no, seriously. In wearing red, I did find it extremely interesting how it affected my mood. There was one day in particular, I remember I was struggling. It was just one of those days that, I was losing it. I was just unraveling and nothing was going right. I was just so depressed. I was so sad and I was just really, really bad. But I refused to stay in that state. So I made sure I got my little tail up, put on me some pancake 45. I put on this red shirt, this like cherry red shirt that I have. And I went out about my day. And walking in that red shirt, it gave me a sense of power. I felt very powerful in that shirt because it was so bright. I couldn't hide. I could not hide. You cannot hide in red. Like, unless it's a deep red, but a bright red, everybody gonna see you. Maybe it's because that attention was on me. I knew that I could not reflect that into other people because that wasn't fair. I also knew that what I was feeling was temporary. So it was like the red forced me to like push through. Like, nah, sis, we ain't letting you go out like that. I got you. That's what I felt red was doing for me. It gave me a lot of confidence. I actually had to have some conversations that day that I didn't want to have. Yeah, it gave me the confidence to handle it, to just go ahead and have those conversations, even though they were hard. Again, I knew that they were temporary. To this day, I attribute my attitude that day to the color red. My hat goes off to red for giving me the courage to push through because I feel like if I had another color, I don't feel like I would have ended the day, strong without the color red. So thank you, red. I appreciate it. So, I did all of this because I personally wanted to see how it would affect me. How being in the color red for 30 days and doing all of these red therapy treatments and activities would affect me. Did anything change with my emotions physically? My attitude about life be different? I also want to talk about the Hindu chakra system.
So, of course, after I recorded and edited this, I realized I didn't explain what a chakra was. So, long story short, what a chakra is it's an energy organ. Just like we have our internal organs that have a job to do, our heart pumps our blood and our lungs help us breathe. A chakra is how we receive information through energy or from energy. So it's kind of like how our intuition works, if that makes any sense, like your gut feelings. When you have a feeling that something isn't right or something is good, that's where the exchange happens. It is in our chakras.
I mentioned earlier about the Hindu chakra system. Now, in that system, there are 7 chakras. The one that is associated with the color red in Sanskrit is called Muladhara. I think I said that right. If not, if somebody knows, next time you see me or next time you talk to me, just tell me. The first part of the word means base. The second part of the word means support. So the first chakra's main goal is to root and sustain us in our daily lives. So it's said to be responsible for our overall safety, security, and our basic needs. What also stems from that is our family beliefs. When people say, you gotta go back to your roots. In the root chakra is where we exist, we heal, we make love, we breathe, we work, and we manifest. It's there to give us support, the support we need to be and to do things. Its location is at the base of the spine. The area of the body it governs is our hips and basically down. So into our legs and our feet. It also rules over our adrenal gland. Our adrenal glands or stress glands regulate our long-term response to stress. The adrenal glands pump out the hormone adrenaline. It's said that people who have chronic fatigue have an underactive adrenal gland. But too much stimulation will cause your adrenal glands to totally malfunction when you think about it. Like if you're always on 10, how? Ain't y'all tired? Signs that your adrenal glands are malfunctioning are anxiety, insomnia, low blood pressure that probably will turn into high blood pressure at some point, mental chatter, also fluctuating blood sugar, and depression is also another one. Our addiction to the fire element, will cause our adrenal glands to become more stressed, such as like our busy, crazy, hectic work schedules, excessive loud noises, worry, fear, chronic anger, addictive substances, trauma, toxic exposure, unrelenting pain, long-term illnesses, yours or someone else's. They can also kick those adrenal glands up and stress them out, fuck them up. So any emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual threats to our basic needs will also affect our adrenal glands, aka our root chakra. Chakra, chakra, chakra. Anyway, there are several different beliefs of when the root chakra becomes activated. Now, there's this woman, her name is Anodia Judith. She has like master's in clinical psychology, and she has her doctorate in like behavioral health, and she's written all these books about chakras and yoga and the mind and the body and all that. She says that the root chakra becomes activated in utero through 1 year of life. The 12th chakra system, it is said that it awakens in the womb and during the first 6 months of your life. The Hindu system says that it becomes activated from year 1 to year 7. I believe, if y'all want to know my opinion, I do believe that the root chakra is activated before birth. I think it's sometime in the womb through probably your first, 7 years. That's what I think. It's my research that I've gathered. Because during those early stages of development, the only thing a child is concerned about is survival. It's very self-centered, and they're only concerned about survival because that's all they know. That's all they know is they need food. They need support. They need help. Help me live. The primary belief is that of the root chakra is that you are worthy of existing. You want to feel like you belong here. A lot of people I feel don't feel that way, because of their roots, because of their upbringing. They don't feel like they are worthy of being here on this earth. This chakra processes all of our primal feelings like sadness and anger and fear and even disgust, but also joy, because if you have one, you have the other. When our beliefs are supported, rooted in our personal identity as like a spiritual being, and we are operating from a healthy place, we can manifest all the good stuff in our life. We can manifest our money, a good career, great health. It just comes easier when our belief in ourselves is a healthy one. When we believe that, if we believe that we don't belong here or we shouldn't exist because you heard somebody tell you that, if you heard somebody tell you you don't exist, you don't need to be here, you don't belong here, you are unworthy. If somebody didn't told you that and they put that in your head over time, what do you think is going to happen? Like, that's when you're talking about children. There are people in this world that don't deserve children because they are the ones who will talk so terribly to a child and treat them so poorly during these early developmental stages in their life. And they are just instilling all this negativity within this child. You in a store, you hear crazy stuff. Did this one just call this little boy a bitch? He's 5. What is wrong with you? I know a lot of adults who have had all these traumas in their lives and they are struggling today. They are struggling. We all struggle. Don't get it twisted. We all struggle. We all have our childhood traumas that have affected us throughout our lives. But at some point, as an adult, we have to learn or reach out for help if we want to fix those things. If you want to be able to manifest good stuff, and if you want to change your life into a new direction, you're going to have to put forth the effort. Because somebody told you you were unworthy. Somebody told you you shouldn't exist on this earth. Take back your power and put on your red shirt, baby. Put on your red shirt. Take back that power and move through. Move through that. You can't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody. You heard me? Don't let nobody stop you from believing in yourself and believing that you can have anything you want. I don't care what your mama said or your daddy said or your greasy grandmama said. Take back that power, baby. So I say this, and I'm doing this to let you know that so many other ways in changing your trajectory. Like, if you see yourself going down a path and it's just not getting better, I want you to pause for a moment and think about why. Why isn't it getting better? What can I do? What could I do to change that? You may need to invite some red in your life, like I did. Step off my soapbox. Overall, I do feel that red has changed some things in my life for the better and permanently. I feel that I am a lot more assertive with myself in my life, in the things that I want, and I am fully aware of the things that I do not, and the things that I will not stand for anymore. And again, I changed that trajectory of myself in the direction that I want to go in, and now I can see things a lot more clearly. And I do feel very rooted in who it is that I am, or who it is that I am becoming, because we are forever growing. I know I am. Shoot. I just want to invite you guys to my channel, because I'm going to talk about orange next, and then I'm going to be talking about yellow, and then I'm going to talk about green, and then I'm going to talk about blue, and then I'm going to talk about indigo, and then I'm going to talk about purple. I am really excited about all of this. If you stayed and watched all of this, thank you. Appreciate you. The root chakra is said to be balanced when a person is grounded in reality and common sense. That shit sounds simple enough, right? Don't it sound real simple? Just, use your common sense. But my granny said, common sense ain't so damn common. Kidding, just kidding. If you watch this, if you have watched this, if you've seen this, I hope that the next time you see red, you just kind of look at it a little bit differently. So that is all today. I really, really appreciate you guys for tuning in on my first little video, whatnot. I appreciate you and I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mwah.